All right, bookworms and constant readers, welcome back to Final Girl Horror. I'm Chelsea, and today I'm coming at you with another movie review. This is number 25 from the 1001 Movies You Must See Before You Die book. Like I say at the beginning of all of these videos, I will leave a link up here that explains what that book is, and to tell you that none of these movies are ranked in any type of order. The book starts in, I believe, 1900 and goes to 2020, and year by year it is the author's impression on what the best movies were from that time period. In the front of the book, they give you a checklist if you want to watch all of the movies. That checklist goes in alphabetical order. We are currently in the A's. And today's, you may have heard of, this is a documentary about a real person. Aileen Wournos. The Life and Death of a Serial Killer. So, if you want to watch this, it is on Prime. It came out in 2003. It's rated R. And it is an hour and 33 minutes long. It is directed by Nick Broomfield. And the whole point of this documentary is you learn about who Aileen Wournos is and what she did. If you don't know or remember the news story, she was this hitchhiking serial killer. She would target, I believe it was, I might be wrong about this, but I believe it was only truck drivers. And she would rob and kill them. And when she was arrested, she claimed that the killings were in self-defense, that they raped her. The whole point of this documentary is it okay for a state to take somebody's life when they are mentally unstable? Because she was clearly not in her right mind. She changed her story like so many times. Not just the story of the killings, but of her upbringing, different things that happened in her life. And she was really quite crazy, for lack of a better term. I'm not a psychologist or a psychiatrist, so I'm not trying to offend anybody, but she was very mentally unstable. She wasn't herself. And that's kind of the point that the director is getting across is it okay to put somebody on death row and execute them when they're this far gone? And I'm not going to debate that on here. I'm just reviewing the documentary. Some things that I found interesting was her story was used for the movie Monster, and I forget who's in that film. I want to say Jodie Foster, but I don't believe that's correct. But the film Monster is based on her story. One thing that the documentary does get wrong is they label Aileen as the first woman serial killer. And historically, the first woman serial killer was Jane Topin, not Aileen. It's a really good documentary. The things that she did, you're just like, wow. And it really does make you think, like, should this be taken into account? You know, should this person, instead of being put to death, be locked up for the rest of their life? And like I said, I'm not going to get into that on here. I'm not even going to give you my opinion on that. We'll just leave it at that. This one is very short because there's no actors. There's no horror connections except for this is real life horror. These were real people that she killed. She targeted. She knew what she was doing at the time. At least that's what the police and the documentary kind of shows. Maybe she wasn't in her right mind when she did it. I don't know. I think people that just, go on killing sprees or murder people, they're not in their right mind to begin with. But that's just me. It was a very interesting documentary. I give it a 3 out of 5. If you like those type of documentaries or TV shows, I totally think you would like this. There's also this director made another film about Aileen, and so this film focuses on her mental state. And from my understanding, the first film, and I don't remember the name of it, but if you look up Nick Broomfield, Broomfield, it will come up. And that is kind of like part 1 to this. And that focuses more on each of her victims and what she did to them and how she killed them. Where this one is more of the aftermath, her background, her family, her friends, what they have to say about her. She's actually in this documentary. There's interviews with her, and you see how just out there that she is. Certain things, like, she wants to talk about, and then you ask her and she gets pissed off because you asked about that. But yeah, it's very interesting to watch. If you like any of the stuff on, like, the ID channel, or like the Netflix documentaries about serial killers and stuff like that, you'll totally dig this one. 3 out of 5. I would say check it out. Again, if you're not subscribed, please subscribe. It helps out the channel. I'm trying to get to 100 subscribers. Like this video if you liked it. That also helps out the channel. And hit the bell icon so you know when new stuff comes out. If you've made it this far, one thing I keep forgetting to mention, I have a poll out there. I'm going to have to start skipping around on the checklist because Amazon is taking forever to send me stuff. I have like 3 movies on order. I've been waiting for them for like 3 weeks. They haven't got here yet. So answer that poll or comment below. Is it okay to skip movies and then come back to them? Till next time, watch more movies and read more books.